Welcome everyone. My name is McKensie. We're at AOS hosting, that's already getting into it, hosting an hour-long vinyasa style yoga class. Happy to have y'all here. Let's get started on our backs in Supine. Just a little heads up, I have some hip flexor pain today, so my modeling might be a little bit different than what I'm speaking, but we'll see how it goes. So for instance, if your hip flexors hurt in your Supine, you can always bring your feet to the edges of the mat and your knees can come together. It's a way to not put that pressure on your groins, on those hip flexors. Bring one hand to your belly, bring the other hand to your heart. And let's just sink into our mat for a few moments here. Take this as an opportunity to clear your mind. And do that by focusing on your breath, bringing your awareness to all the points of your body that are touching the mat. And let your body hug down into the mat. Let your hands hug into yourself. Take a deep breath in, fill up through the belly, the chest, the lungs, your biggest breath of your day. Exhale through the mouth, big, forceful exhale. Remove that stale energy. New breath fills you up. Breathe in, belly, chest, throat. Exhale again, audibly through the mouth. Take your next breath in, seal your lips. And find your Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Keeping your mind on your breath. Maybe you focus on the cadence. Trying to draw out that cadence for 1 or 2 counts, both directions. Focus on the quality of the breath. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Feel the connection of your palms as you breathe in, as you expand. Exhale, settle in. Good. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees if they're not already there, and close your legs like a book. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Massage your back side to side on the mat, keeping your knees drawing in. Slowly bringing movement in a gentle, loving manner to yourself. Plant your feet on the mat. We'll find an early back bend here. So coming into a bridge pose, your hands just align next to your sides on the mat. Pressing your heels behind your glutes, slowly rise your hips on your next inhale. So we're not overextending here, just feeling this sensation through the body, pressing through all 4 corners of the feet, activating your glutes and your hamstrings, again, not strenuously, just waking up the backside of the body. Press your finger pads into the mat. 1 more breath in, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, slowly roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Draw your right knee into your chest, your left leg reaches long. Hug your right knee up and into your armpit. Flex and point your right toes. Back of the left leg is nice and long on the mat. Feeling the stretch through the right hamstring. Find a small spinal twist here. Right knee comes to the left side of the mat. Gaze comes to the right. Your right arm can either be extended out long, or maybe you cactus at the elbow. Gaze towards your palm facing up. Find your breath in. Exhale, twist deeper. Come back through center. Hug the right knee in 1 moment here. And then switch out your legs. Left knee comes in tight. Right leg reaches long. Really draw, pressing to the outside of the left shin. Draw the knee up and into the armpit. Flex and point the left foot. Right leg reaching long. Easy twist, left knee to the right side of the mat. Gaze stays looking at the left. Left shoulder reaching down towards the mat. Breath in. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, come back through center. Hug both knees into the chest. We'll start to rock and roll the length of the spine this time. Finding 3 long rocks of the spine. We'll meet in a tabletop pose. So crossing at the ankles, planting the hands. Knees come stacked behind your wrist. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Spread all 10 fingertips wide. Shoulders are right over those wrists. Find an inhale for a stargazing cow. Your belly drops, sits bones spread. Gaze rises. Exhale, engage the core, cat spine. Gaze comes back towards your navel. Inhale for cow, look long. Exhale for cat, engage the core. One more time, inhale, stargazing cow. Exhale for your terrified cat. Keeping your cat-like spine, tuck your toes, hover your knees an inch off of the mat. Firing up the core, firing up your quadriceps. Gaze is right over the tops of your fingers, nice long spine. Breath in. Breath out. Take those hips up and back for your first downward facing dog. Again, spread through all 10 finger pads. Your heels are actively reaching down through the mat. For your first down dog, you can bring a slight bend into the knees, which allows your tailbone to have a slight tilt up towards the sky, and for your chest to reach closer toward your thighs. Rotate the eyes of your elbows towards one another. Let your shoulder blades roll down your back. Breath in. Heels sink deeper down towards the mat on your breath out. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Pausing here in your high plank for 3 whole breaths. Crown of the head reaching forward. Energy from the crown of your head all the way through your body, reaching out back through your heels. Actively pressing the mat away. Every fiber of your being is engaged at the moment. Breath in. Squeeze the core, squeeze the glutes. Breath out. One more breath in. Find your exhale for a child's pose. Knees come wide. Untuck the tops of your feet. Arms reach long on the mat. Reach your fingertips longer than you think they can reach. Maybe your palm releases off of the mat. You're tenting onto the fingertips. Feel the stretch under your armpits. Your hips are sinking back towards your heels. Maybe you shuffle side to side. See how that feels, the movement through the hips. Breath in. Breath out. On your inhale, rise up, tabletop. Exhale takes you to a downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, hips go high. Moving through this sequential motion, inhale as you roll forward into a high plank. Exhale, knees come wide, child's pose. Here for just a moment, inhale as you rise up, tabletop. Knees poke in. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go high. 2 more times, 1 more time guided, and then you'll take it on your own. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, knees come wide, child's pose. Inhale, roll forward into a tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. This time on your own, just match your breath with your movement. It doesn't have to be exactly what we just did. Find movement in your body that matches your breath. Meeting in a downward facing dog when you're done. Two rounds of breath in your downward facing dog. Let's pedal out through each foot. Breath in. Breath out. Right leg reaches high for a 3-legged dog. Dial your right pinky toe down towards the earth. This is the formation that you're going to come into every time. So the outside of the right hip is dialing down. Your heel is lifting up. Bend your knees, stack your hips.
So if you peek back at your right knee, you shouldn't be able to see your right shin. You should just be able to see the tip of the right knee. Keep pressing down into the right leg. Maybe roll out your right ankle one direction. Roll it out the opposite direction. Three-legged dog. Square the hips, right heel reaches high. Exhale, knee to nose, curl the spine, hold the knee at the nose. Breath in. Exhale, three-legged dog split, right leg reaches high. Knee to nose one more time. Drop that right foot off between your hands. Low runner's lunge. Nice long spine, right knee stacked over the right ankle. Powerful left leg. So if your left knee is drooping down, go ahead and engage it, reach it up. Twisted runner's lunge, right arm reaches high. Spread across the collarbone, press strongly down into the mat. Breath in. Exhale, right hand on the inside of the left leg. Walking our hands along the left side of the mat for our wide-legged forward fold. We're finding a lot of wide-legged forward folds today. Your toes come slightly in, your heels come slightly out. Draw the crown of the head down. So our wide leg forward fold is going to be a transitional pose of sorts before we find our rainbow warriors today. So slowly rise up. You pivot your right heels towards the front of our mat. Remember our rainbow warriors. Our arms sweep to the back of the mat over our bent knee. So left knee bends, arms sweeping back over the left knee. Your right toes are flexed towards you. This is our rainbow warrior towards the front of our mat, right leg forward. Peaceful warrior, bend into the front knee, right arm sweeps forward and back, feeling this side body stretch. Exhale, windmill your hands down towards the ground. Step your right foot back for a downward facing dog. Pausing in our down dog. We'll find that same thing on the opposite side. Left leg reaches high for your three-legged dog. Dial your pinky toe down. Lift up through the heel. Outer left hip is spiraling down. Breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips. Left heel reaching to the outside of the right glute. Take a peek back at that left knee. You should only be able to see the tip. Press into the left hand. Move through the left ankle one direction, opposite direction. Square the hips, left leg high. Knee to nose, curl the spine, hover the knee into the nose. Inhale, take it high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Once again, hold. Step it between your hands, low runner's lunge. Maybe you tent onto your fingertips, knee stacked over ankle, crown of the head reaching long, nice long neck. Inhale, left arm high. Open across the heart. Press down into the mat as you lift higher through the left fingertips. Left hand comes to the inside of the left foot. Walk the hands along the right side of the mat. Find your wide-legged forward fold. You can find a slight sway of the torso here. Maybe you find a modified ragdoll pose. So grab opposite elbows with opposite hands. Slight bend in the knees, not locking them out. Release that bind, slowly rise, rainbow warrior to the front, pivoting the left toes up, bending into the right knee, arms sweep over the top of the right knee. Gorgeous rainbows, everyone. Peaceful warrior, bend into the left knee, left arm reaches up and back. Keep a nice open heart, breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands down towards the ground. Step back for your downward facing dog. Tiptoe your feet to the top of the mat. Good. Find a ragdoll pose once again here. This time our feet are hip width distance apart. If you need to measure that out, take 2 fist width between your hands. Grab opposite elbows. Maybe you take the awkward grip this time, switch it up. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes once again. Release the bind. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Crown of the head is the last thing to rise. Good. Roll your shoulder blades up in your ears and then down your back. Find your Tadasana. Fingertips are spread, pressing down into all 4 corners of your feet.
Shoulder blades are down your back. All right. Through our sun salutations today and during class, we're doing our Rainbow Warrior. We're also going to incorporate our OMG pose, which is our cosmic curtsy pose. So for our cosmic curtsy, let's inhale your arms up to the sky for our high prayer pose. I'll say OMG, left foot behind right. Find your curtsy with the left foot coming back behind the right. You'll stay perched up on the left toes, gazes forward, fingertips are sparked behind you. Inhale, rise up, high mountain. Find your OMG on the right. I guess this is the left. Technically, the right foot comes behind the left. Gaze forward, fingertips are sparked. Good, you guys look great. Inhale, rise. All right, we'll incorporate this into our sun salutations. Hands come to heart center. Start to move through our flow. So inhale, arms up to the sky. OMG, right foot behind left. Find your curtsy. Inhale, rise. Exhale to fold. Right leg reaches long, low lunge. Left leg meets it, downward facing dog. Good, y'all. Inhale, roll forward into a high plank. First time through, lower down, knees, chest, chin, flat as a board. Inhale for your baby cobra, elbows squeeze in by your sides. Exhale, come through bent knees, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches high, three-legged dog. Step it between your hands. Left leg meets right as you halfway lift for an inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root to rise, arm sweep up to the sky. Exhale, OMG, left foot behind right. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold, y'all got it. Left leg reaches long, low lunge. Right leg meets it, downward facing dog. Roll forward, high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin. Roll through for your baby cobra. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Chest lifts. Exhale, bent knees, downward facing dog. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between your hands. Right leg meets left. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Second round, root to rise, arm sweep up high. Exhale, OMG, right foot behind left. Inhale, rise up. Exhale as you fold. Right leg reaches long, low lunge. Left leg meets it, downward facing dog. Roll through the core through a high plank. You can drop to your knees, otherwise find your chaturanga, lowering halfway down. Elbows squeeze in. Inhale for your upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it between your hands. Left leg meets right, halfway lift. Inhale, long spine. Exhale as you fold. Power through the feet. Rise up, high prayer. Exhale, left foot behind right. OMG. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, fold. Left leg long, low lunge. Right leg meets it. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Move your way through your chaturanga, lower halfway down. Inhale for up dog, spread across the heart. Exhale for down dog, hips are high. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Step it between your hands, exhale. Right leg meets left, inhale, long spine. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, last round, y'all. OMG, right foot behind left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Right leg long, low lunge. Left leg meets right in a high plank. Find your way through your chaturanga. Lower halfway. Up dog. Find your down dog. Pausing here in your downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet. Find one cleansing round of breath. Breath in. Breath out. On your next inhale, come up on your toes. Bend your knees. Gaze forward. Step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, arms sweep up high. OMG, left foot behind right. Inhale to rise with control. Exhale to fold and release. Left leg reaches long, low lunge. Right leg meets it in a high plank. Find your way through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, lead it with the core, downward facing dog.
Pausing here in your down dog, spread through all 10 fingers. A full round of breath, breath in. Exhale, heels sink down towards the mat. On your next inhale, come up on your toes, bend your knees, step or hop your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Pausing here, reach those arms up high once again. Grabbing the left wrist with the right hand, reach tall. Reach up and over to the right. So I'm doing opposite of y'all. Keeping a nice open left side body. Planting to the outside of the left foot. Inhale to rise. Switching your grip, grab the right wrist with the left hand. Reach up and over to the left. Maybe your gaze comes under the right armpit. Pressing into the outside of the right foot. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, come through center. Cactus those arms, spread the fingertips. Gaze rises, breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go work. Root to rise one last time. Inhale. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop your way through the back of your mat, finding your way in a downward facing dog. Awesome. Find 2 rounds of breath in your down dog. Stay with your posture. Let this be a cleansing pose. So it's going to bring you back to your center, help you find your equilibrium. Whoa, that's a word, equilibrium. Pressing into both hands and feet equally, lifting those hips high. Beautiful. All right, let's take this next round. Our right leg reaches high for a 3-legged dog. Right knee, right elbow, shift forward, trying to tap that right knee above the right elbow up on the tricep. Inhale, take it high. One more time, right knee, right elbow, a little quicker. Inhale, take it high. Good, step it between your hands. Moving into a warrior 1, so the right foot comes a little bit further over towards the right side of the mat. Left heel spirals down, left toes are at a 45-degree angle. Bend into the front knee, rise up, energy reaching out through the arms. Outside of the right hip pulling back, left hip is spiraling forward. Engage the core here to help support your hips. Shoulders are squeezing behind your back, breath in. Clasp your hands behind your back, pop up on that front heel, so kind of like our rainbow warrior legs. And then find your devotional warrior. We bend into the right knee. Maybe your arms reach up and over your head. Tucking your right hip back. Breath in. Breath out to stay. Slowly release the bind, walking your hands to the left side of your mat, finding your wide-legged forward fold. So again, our toes are out, our toes are in, our heels are out, crown of the head reaching down towards the ground. Good. Planting your left hand in the middle of the mat, inhale your right arm up to the sky. Keeping your hips level. If you need to bring that right hand to your lower back, feel free to do so. Twisting through the core and the spine. Right hand drops, replaces the left palm, left arm reaches up. Feeling the stretch through the hips as we twist through the core, breath in. Exhale, twist deeper. Good, plant those hands. Slowly rise up, finding our rainbow warrior. Right toe sweep back towards our face, hand sweep over the left knee. Breath in, stay nice and low to the mat. Transitioning nice and low, find your peaceful warrior. Right hand comes in front, up and around. Breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands down towards the ground. Right foot steps back. Find your way through your vinyasa. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Pedal your feet into the mat. Coming back to your center. Left leg reaches high for a 3-legged dog. To start, dial your pinky toe down, lift up through the heel. Inhale, roll forward, left knee to your tricep, lift up through the core. Inhale, take your left leg high. Exhale, knee to tricep once again. Inhale, take it high. Exhale, step it between your hands towards the left side of your mat. Warrior one, spiral your right heel down. Right toes are diagonally reaching forward, bend into the left knee. Ignite the core, pull back on that outer left hip. Find your breath. Find your drishti, your non-moving gaze point to focus your intention. Clasp your hands behind your back, flex the left toes. Heart widens, and then find your devotional warrior. Your chest is not collapsing, it's staying strong and engaged just on the inside of that left knee. Pressing through the razor edge of the right foot. Both booty cheeks are engaged. Breath in. Slowly release the bind. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Finding a wide-legged forward fold once again. Toes in, heels out, crown of the head reaching down. This time, let's walk our hands over to our right ankle. Maybe you take a risk here and wrap both hands around the ankle, drawing your chest towards your shin. Hips are reaching high. Breath in. Exhale, hug that shin a little closer. Walk your hands back through center over to the left foot, wrapping around that left ankle, drawing your chest towards your left leg. Nice and gentle with a nice long spine with your hips reaching high. All right, rainbow warrior, left toes towards the front of the mat. Pop up on that left heel. Arms sweep over your right knee. Your chest is high. Good. Legs are low to the ground. Peaceful warrior. Bend into the left knee. Left arm reaches up and over. Breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands down towards the ground. Step your left foot back. Find your way through your vinyasa. Meet in a downward facing dog. One round of cleansing breath in your down dog. Make it intentional. Notice the quality and length of your breath. Adding on, changing it up. Right leg reaches high, three-legged dog. Right knee to left elbow across the body. Inhale, take it high. Right knee to left elbow, tap it quicker. Inhale, take it high. Step it between your hands. Warrior one. Spiral that back heel down. Arms rise up. Good, so everything is intentional. As we move through our rainbow warriors, our OMGs, we're making these really strong arm movements where I want energy sparking and just rotating through them the entire time. Right knee is rotating towards the right pinky toe. Breath in. Devotional warrior, pop up on that right heel. Find an awkward grip this time. Devotional warrior. Chest comes to the inside of the right leg. Breath in. Breath out. Release the hands, finding your way to a wide-legged forward fold. We're here for just a second, finding our way into a Malasana. So heels are going to come in, toes come out, hips sink down between your heels. Your chest is reaching high. Good, so your feet can be as wide as they need to be, reaching for those heels to come down. You can bring your elbows to the insides of your knees. So a tucking under of the tailbone. Chest is nice and tall. You can make your way in to your crow pose if that serves you, if that's in your practice. Otherwise, staying here in our Malasana. Beautiful crows in the room. Slowly making your way back to your Malasana. Rising up, we'll find our way into our rainbow warrior once again. Right toes flex, arms over our left knee. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Warrior two. Hands are at shoulder height.
Right knee is externally rotating once again. Find your heel to arch alignment. Gaze over your front middle finger. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Breath in. Breath out. Can you sink deeper? Good. Triangle pose. Straighten through the front leg. Maybe your left foot scoots in a little bit. Tick-tock forward and down. Press the back of that right hand on your right shin. Engage the core. Maybe your gaze rises towards the left hand. Slight bend in both knees. Breath in. Good. Reverse triangle. Keep the same leg formation. Just let your left leg reach down your left thigh. Right arm reaches directly above you. And then bend for extended side angle. Maybe your legs lengthen a little bit here. Bend into the right knee. Right elbow to right inner thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Open across the heart. Gaze upward. Lift up through that inner left groin. Power through both booty cheeks. Turn on this left glute. Peaceful warrior once again. Windmill your hands down towards the mat. Step back and find your vinyasa. Great job, everyone. All right, realign yourself in your downward facing dog. Can you connect with each finger pressing into the mat? Can you connect with each toe? How close are your heels towards coming through the mat? How much closer can you get your chest towards your thighs? Never in a mode of struggle, just in a mode of exploring your edge, exploring where you can take the pose that you haven't taken it before. Left leg reaches high, three-legged dog. Dial your pinky toe down to start. Good. Left knee to right elbow across the body. Curl the spine, make that connection. Inhale, take it high. Again, across the body, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, take it high. Step it between your hands, warrior one. Spiral your right heel down. You rise up with power through those arms. Sink deep in your hips. Press into the outside of the right foot. Deep bend in the front knee. Clasp your hands behind your back. Straighten through the front leg. Devotional warrior. Release your chest on the inside. Tuck your left hip under. So it's like your left hip is reaching towards your right heel. There's a string drawing it near. Slowly release your hands down to the mat. Hands walk over to the right side. Finding Malasana once again. If you'd like to move this time into a bind here, or if you wanted to take your crow pose once again. Otherwise, if you'd like to find the bind in your Malasana, plant your right hand on the outside of the right foot. Left arm reaches high. Maybe your left arm with your thumb pointing down comes to the back side of your mat, or of your back. It can either reach for that inner right thigh. Maybe it reaches for the right hand that's finding it on the outside of the right hip. Gaze over that left shoulder. Coming back through center, plant your left hand outside your left toes. Right arm reaches high. If you want to find that same bind, your right thumb points down towards the ground as it sweeps behind your back, looking for that left hand. Gaze over the right shoulder. Wherever you're exploring with today, that's awesome. Breath in. Breath out. Come your hands to center. Press up through the hands, through the feet. Move out through those legs. Whew, sometimes you just need a minute to come out of those Malasanas. Finding our way through our rainbow warrior to the front of our mat. Arms sweep over our right knee. Left toes flex towards us. Good. Peaceful warrior. Warrior two. Find your heel to arch alignment. It's always okay to readjust the feet to find where it feels good in your body. Gaze over your front middle finger. Engaging your core here. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. Good. Can you sink a little deeper? Find your triangle pose. Straighten through the front knee. TikTok your front hand forward and down. Micro bend in both knees, pressing through both heels. Press that left back of your hand into your shin. Twist your heart open towards the ceiling. Breath in. Breath out. Reverse triangle, slowly rise. Left arm reaches right up by your left ear. Right arm down your right thigh or calf. Extended side angle. Take up more room on your mat here as your left elbow comes to your right left inner thigh. I feel like I'm playing Twister up here sometimes. Left elbow, right inner thigh, left toe on the right earlobe. Like what? That's not real. Sink nice and deep. Lift up through the right groin. Breath in. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Big breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Find your way through your vinyasa. Good. 2 rounds of breath in your downward facing dog, moving into our third and final sequence. One more breath. Right leg reaches high, 3-legged dog. Knee to nose, curl the spine. Find your cat spine, hold it here. Inhale, take it high. Step it between your hands, warrior 1. Moving a little quicker, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale to open across the heart. Exhale to release, devotional warrior. Breath in. Breath out, release your hands inside of that foot. Walking along the left side of your mat, we're moving into Skandasana, bending into the right knee. Left toes pop up. Good. Maybe your hands are at heart center. Maybe you find a bind, whatever serves you. Hands can always remain at the mat if that feels best. Breath in. Breath out. Slowly come to rise. Finding our rainbow warrior to the front of the mat. Cool. Rainbow warrior to the back of the mat, y'all. Big sweep of the arms. Awesome. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back. Good. Windmill your hands down towards the ground. Left leg reaches high for a 3-legged dog. Beautiful. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Flip your dog. Hips reach up to the sky. Left arm reaches long. Breath in. Exhale to stay. Slowly release your hips down to the mat, finding ourselves in a boat pose. Shins are parallel with the earth. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Hands are by your shins. Breath in. Breath out. Tap your right toes down towards the ground. Good. You can always bring your hands behind your legs or down by the mat. Left toes tap. Right toes. Left toes. Left toes. Right toes. Right toes double tap. Left toes double tap. Both toes tap. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding here. Pause. Breath in. Breath out. Lower 2 inches off the mat. Breath in. Exhale to rise. Inhale to lower 3 more times. Exhale, rise. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise. 1 more time. Inhale, lower. Click your feet together for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, rise. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock and roll the length of your spine. Finding our way into a chair pose at the top of the mat. Woo! There we go. Just took a little minute for us all to get there. Sink your heels. Sink into your heels. Your hips are down and back. Your biceps are up by your ears. Breath in. Breath out. Let's find our figure 4 pose. Rise into the right knee, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. Hands can either stay long, they can come to heart center, wherever feels good. Breath in, breath out. Can you sink a little bit deeper? How can you test yourself in this pose? Press into that left big toe. Slowly rise, Utthita Hasta A, grabbing your right big toe with your peace sign fingers, kicking your foot directly out in front of you. Left arm reaches high. Good. Breath in. Breath out. You can always hold at the knee if that feels better. One more breath in. Finding our OMG pose, right foot comes behind the left. Planted on the ground, nice long spine. Inhale to rise for a standing high mountain pose. Left foot comes behind right. Good. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Left knee rises. Warrior 3. Left foot punches back behind you, wrapping the outer left hip down. Right hip reaches up. Sometimes you have to manually get it there. Hands can be at heart center, by your sides, or out in front of you. Standing splits. Hands come down to the mat. Left toes reach high. Crown of the head reaches down. Breath in. Breath out. Seated spinal twist. Left knee on the outside of that right foot. Come to sit your booty on the mat. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, left elbow outside of the right knee. Crown of the head is long. Breath in. Exhale to twist deeper. Again, paying attention to the quality of your breath, keeping your focus in the present, in the now. Hands come to the opposite side of the mat for a seated spinal twist. Good. And then plant both feet. We'll find a reverse tabletop here. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. Good. Keeping your knees tracking over your toes. Drop your hips down towards the mat. Cross at the ankles. Plant the hands. Find your way through a vinyasa if you'd like, meeting us in a downward facing dog. All right, let's do all that on the next side. Left leg reaches high. Pinky toe dialed down. Knee to nose, curl the spine. Inhale, take it high, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, step it between your hands. Warrior 1. Rise up on an inhale. Exhale, hands clasp behind your back. Inhale, rise up, spread across the heart. Exhale, Devotional Warrior. Good. Inhale to stay. Exhale, release the bind. Hands come along the left side of the mat. Finding your Skandasana pose, bending into the left knee. Right toes pop up towards your face. Good. Maybe your hands are at heart center. Maybe they stay down on the ground. Maybe they're wrapping for a bind. Wherever feels good with you. I always have one groin that is much tighter than the other. Here for one more breath. Good. Slowly rise up. Find your Rainbow Warrior to the front of the mat. Left toes are flexed. Rainbow Warrior to the back of the mat. Right toes are flexed. Peaceful Warrior. Bend into the right knee. We're facing the back of our mat. Right arm reaches up and over. Exhale, windmill your hands down over that right foot. Right leg reaches high for a three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Lift that right knee a little higher, and then let the heel grow heavy. Find your flip dog. Press into the feet, lift your hips. Right arm reaches up and over. Breath in, breath out. Slowly exhale to sit down on your mat. You might have to readjust towards the center. Find your way towards your boat pose. Grab behind those legs, spread across the collarbone. Gaze is slightly raised. Whether you want to flex or point your toes, whatever works. Holding here, you can always extend those legs, extend your arms for more of a challenge. Good. With extended legs, or you can bend the legs, try to touch those left toes down towards the mat. Slowly rise. Right toes down, slowly rise. This is definitely more difficult. Left toes, right toes, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly lower 2 inches off the mat. Let's find our bicycle twist, left elbow to right knee. Find the twist, right elbow, left knee. Find your twist. Moving slow for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and quick for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock and roll side to side just to give us a quick break here. And then rock and roll the length of your mat. We're finding ourselves in a chair pose at the top of our mat. And we're wooing. Woo! Good. All right, sink down and back. Chest is open. Strong legs, long arms. Wrap your inner thighs together, your inner heels together. Breath in. We're staying here for our breath out. Slowly rise. The left foot flexes over the right quad this time. Hands can either stay long or come to heart center. Sink down. Your right hip is still tucking under. Pressing into all 4 corners of that right foot. Chest is still proud. Breath in. Good. Breath out to stay. Slowly rise, finding your hand to big toe extended. Pressing your left heel forward. Drawing your left shoulder in line. Right arm reaches high. Lifting out of the right hip. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath. Bend into the right knee. Find your OMG. Left foot plants behind the right. Long spine. Come to rise. Right knee rises. Single leg Tadasana. Find your warrior 3. Punch the right heel to the back of the mat. Spine reaches long. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath. Standing splits. Hands come down to the mat. Right toes reach long. Crown of the head reaches down towards your left toes. Breath in. Breath out. One more here. Last exertion. Seated spinal twist. Right knee to the outside of the left foot. Right arm reaches high. Connecting to the outside of the left knee. Pressing down into both sits bones to reach through the crown of your head. Find that elbow to knee connection to twist deeper. Find your counter twist to the opposite side of the mat. Good. Uncross your feet, plant your hands behind your glutes. Reverse tabletop, press your feet into the ground. Maybe you release through the throat and look behind you. Engage through your hamstrings, breath in. Exhale, come to sit. Good. Find a happy baby pose, grabbing the outsides of your feet, maybe your big toes with your peace sign fingers, drawing your knees down towards your armpits. Your lower back should be connected with the mat, so we're not rolling up into a ball, we're keeping a nice long spine. You can find some movement, straightening into one leg, straightening into the other. Find your waterfall pose. Extend your feet straight up to the ceiling. Flex your toes back towards you. Let all of those toxins rush out of your legs. We'll find a kickstand here if that's helpful. So connecting your thumbs and your index fingers. Go ahead and place that connection under your lower back, helping to keep your legs propped up as if they're up the side of a wall. Let your heart rate come down. Finding your shoulder stand pose. Maybe you walk your hands under your lower back, track your elbows towards one another. Your legs can stay extended directly above your hips. This is our shoulder stand here, bringing our heart closer to above our head. Maybe you walk your feet back over the opposite side of your head, finding a plow pose. Tops of feet press into the ground. Feel free to stay in your waterfall or in your shoulder stand. Keeping your hands supported on that lower back. Ear pressure pose is next. If you want to take it to the final version, spreading your knees around your ears and then squeezing in. Again, keeping the support on your lower back. In your own time, find your way through each version of each pose that we found ourselves in to get here, slowly coming out. Take a second to let your chest unravel, your back reacclimate with the ground. Your feet can make that connection. Let's bring our feet out to the edges of the mat and windshield wiper our legs side to side. So your knees knock in towards one another, one knee at a time, massaging out that lower back. Good. All right, we'll find our supine figure 4 pose. So planting into the left foot, draw your right knee up and then crossing your right foot over your left shin. You might want to stay here, or you might want to grab the hamstring side of that left foot and draw your quad towards your chest. Using your right elbow to open up through the right hip. Find the sweetness of your breath, countering the intensity of this stretch. Slowly release, plant your left foot into the ground, cactus your arms, and then let your knees drip over to the left, gaze comes to the right. Find your way back through center. Plant into the right foot. Left ankle crosses over the right quad. Again, staying here if this feels just good enough for where you want to go. Otherwise, grabbing the hamstring side of the right leg, drawing it towards your chest, using your left elbow to open up through the left hip. Slowly plant your right foot down. Maybe pop your hips a little bit over to the left and then let the knees fall to the right. Gaze over the left hand. Coming back through center. Unravel your feet. Let's give ourselves one last big hug. Drawing your forehead in towards your knees. Squeezing yourself. Affirming yourself. Loving yourself. Breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Feet reach long on the mat. Toes splay out wide. Palms are facing up. Shoulder blades rolling down your back. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Release any tension in your face. Unfurrow your brow. And just breathe. Start to bring some movement into your head and neck, into your fingertips and your toes. Roll over onto your favorite side in a comfortable fetal position. Breath in. Breath out. Slowly find your way to a comfortable seated position at the top of the mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Roll your shoulders up in your ears and then down your back. Keep that softness in your face, the softness in your brow. Bring a slight gaze to your eyelids. Bring your thumb knuckles to your third eye for a rub of acknowledgement. The light in me sees, honors, and reflects the light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for letting me lead you today. We bow as we say namaste.